What we're focused on today is ratio tables. And it's really similar to what we've been doing with ratios, but it sets it up in a nice, easy to read chart. And a lot of people who do ratios find setting up in the table makes it a lot easier. So the first problem says, you've been accepted onto the TV show Cake Boss, and you have to make yellow icing for cake. It's very important that you don't mess the icing up or it will ruin the entire cake. To make the yellow icing, you mix 6 drops of yellow food coloring with 1 cup of white icing. How much yellow food coloring should you mix with 5 cups of white icing to get the same shade? The first thing I want to do is set up my labels for my items. So now I have yellow food coloring, and then I also have the white icing. From the problem it says, for every 1 cup of icing, I have 6 drops of yellow food coloring. That's where those numbers come from. What I want to do is find out how much I would need for 5 cups. Now there's several spaces in there in case you feel the need to fill those with other numbers. Sometimes it's easier for people. Knowing your math facts is huge for this because you should be able to look at the number 1 and 5 and say, okay, how do I get from 1 to 5? To get from the number 1 to 5, you multiply by 5. Whatever I do at the bottom, kind of like when we did with fractions when we simplified them, I'm going to do to the top. When I multiply that by 5, I get 30. So my answer here is 30 drops.